Hello. Oops. Welcome to Friday the 12th. And we had some volunteers already, so I think we should get started. I had two cards jump out. And your 111-year-old self, an ancestor. Those are the two cards that came out. And now we already had ancestor come out this week. And now we have your 111-year-old self again. That was yesterday. That's interesting. I think there are no wrong turns, right? What else is coming here? Soul draft, looking at things from a higher perspective, right? And I think that's the same as what the 111-year-old self is saying. I do. Let me just show you this card because I think this is going to be significant for someone out there, right? 111, 111, right? It's like, what do your ancestors want you to know? I really think they're out. I think they're really there to help us. I really get that sense. Number one, they're your biggest cheering section. Anytime I have the ancestors card come up, it's like I have 1,000 grandmothers in my ear. Like they're just the most precious thing. Love them, and grandfathers too. I will say that, but I get, it's like it's just the way that they talk. It's like the most precious baby. Just could never do a thing wrong, right? Grandparents don't see those faults in us that we see all the time, right? They just don't see it. They see the brilliant person that you are. And I think that is really what you need to focus on. So let's take a look. What's on the bottom of the deck? 7 of Cups. There are no wrong turns. There's lots of choices. So whatever choice you make, it's there to be a learning opportunity. There are no wrong turns. Don't worry about making a wrong decision. Because whatever you choose on your path is going to give you a lesson. And what is truly meant for you will always come back around and you will get another opportunity. I've had people that I've done readings for just like, oh yeah, that happened. I tried to do that at one time and it didn't work out, but I wasn't ready with all the things that I have in place now. And now I feel I'm really ready to try it again. And then they realized that they had some lessons to learn, right? That's what they realized. I didn't see it at the time, but I then realized later I had other lessons to learn before I would make it truly what it needed to be. So remember that. On the upper side of the deck is strength, right underneath your 111-year-old self. This is the long haul, right? This is not a quick, fast solution. Under ancestor, 6 of Swords, moving into calmer waters. And this can be a card of movement as well. It's a card of moving into calmer waters. Could just be also moving to a new location where it's starting over and starting fresh. Soul Giraffe, Queen of Swords, someone who is an independent woman who makes her own decisions. And she can look at things from a higher perspective, right? I think that's very smart energy. You know, there are going to be choices out there, and just don't. I like the fact that she is thinking about this would be a logical manner. Don't make decisions out of anger or fear. You know, if your house gets flooded, you can't live in it anymore if it's got all kinds of nasty water that's been in it. It's time to have a Pluto. That's a Pluto moment right there, Pluto, or Uranus and Mars. Time to move on. That is done. What's next? What step do I need to make this next thing happen? I think a lot of unexpected things are coming. I do. Two of Swords. And there's decisions to be made. I guess I want to prepare you for that. That don't make decisions in fear or in anger. Think about the decisions that you are making. And what's underneath Ancestor? I always get a kick. Page of Coins. Child energy, right? Just I like coins because that's that strong earth energy, and you get the feeling of a child playing in the woods, right? Something new beginning. It's very surprising how quickly children can adapt, right? I think getting them out in the fresh air, it's kind of like that Heidi energy, right? Where you are out and it's, living a different lifestyle, something slightly different, something new. You might be surprised to find it was better than what the old one was, now that you've had to make a change. The Emperor. So you have Soul Draft, Queen of Swords, and the Emperor. I have to admit, I always am suspicious when the Emperor comes out because I'm not quite sure what he's trying to symbolize. Because I have had moments where I'm like, it can be you having your own sovereignty, or it can be someone who's in authority trying to make decisions for you in his best interest, not yours. So we'll see what comes out under your 111-year-old self. So there's like this wisdom, this strength, decision, and this is asking for what you want. Okay, something has to change, but what do I want? It doesn't have to be, the change doesn't have to be a bad change. You might be thrown off a little bit at the circumstances that cause it, but you might find that the change is actually for the better, once you get all that Pluto stuff cleared away. Because that's what it feels like, that whole Pluto energy that comes through, right? It's always for your greatest and highest good. So, and there's more people than you realize that are willing to help, especially in situations where there's some kind of natural disaster or something. I have a tendency to believe that there are less people in, how do they put it? That in times of Armageddon are going to be like shutting the doors in people's faces. I have far more belief that people then will stand together and do things for each other. And it's like, okay, everybody eats today, so it's a good day. What can we do together? All right, under Ancestor. See, I knew Pluto was going to show up. Knew it, knew it, knew it. And we've been dealing with that fear mode. And again, I want to make sure I say this correctly. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. So there's circumstances that happen that I can understand. You might have a cause to be fearful of, okay, natural disaster. Yeah. And something happens. So, okay, you have steps that you have to make. You have things that you have to clean up and clean out. But there are people that are willing to help. I don't think anybody is in this all on their own. Sometimes you just have to ask. And that can be what the Two of Wands is also about. Two of Wands is the asking. this is what I want, or I need your help. Can you help me? And I get the sense that it's really, you don't have to really ask that much. I think it's like people seeing a need and they're like, hey, do you need some help? Say yes. It's that simple. 8 of Cups. Moving on. And sometimes you can't take that much with you. But if you have your family and your pets and everybody's healthy, it's a good day. So when I look at the Emperor in this case, I sometimes think, and I'm having this idea. Let me clarify this a second. Let me clarify the Emperor because I have my own opinion what this is about. And feel it coming in. Yep. All right. Let's get some clarification. You want to come out? That's exactly what I knew was going to come out. Okay. 10 of Swords, 5 of Cups. Yeah, people can be angry. People, this is disappointment. I always, with the 5 of Cups, there are 3 cups that are spilled. There are 2 cups remaining. But if she looked behind her, she would see these 2 cups. She would see the castle in the distance. There's a pathway that she can take. There is shelter, right? And this is what I feel. This is what I consider is going on in this reading. And I was expecting this card to come out because I figured it was going to tell me this exact thing. So I'm sure this is the right message. Sometimes there's somebody in charge, but it's not like government entities or big corporations or whatever that are people that are going to help you. It's your community. It's your community. And I think that's the biggest thing that we need to realize is that you need to find a community, a tribe that you are comfortable with and comfortable in, and that you feel that there's an equal exchange of energy, very much things of equal exchange of energy. And then this King of Swords energy comes out, right? Not being fearful, right? So I think I want to take, and again, I want to stress this. There's more than one choice out there. And you don't be fearful about you think you've made the wrong choice. Maybe you have to leave and go somewhere. Well, the first place you go, but you got the help that you needed when you were there. Then you go on to someplace else, and then that's the magic sauce, right? It's okay. That's okay, right? So what magical advice do our dragons have for Friday? Magical advice. Magical advice. Oos. The storyteller. It's a number 8 card. Let's see. So, okay. Number 8. I love a dragon with a book. The storyteller. Stories have power. They can shape worlds, both interior and exterior. Today, be mindful of the ones you're telling yourself and the ones you're listening to from others. Are they uplifting, encouraging, and equal to the wingspan of your potential? Or are they diminishing, debilitating, drowning in the depths of not enoughness? Listen only to the stories that are worthy of you and reflect your magnificent nature. The dragons demand that you settle for nothing less than to live your legend. And it wouldn't be a really good story without some adversity mixed in. So just look at it like you're going to be a hero. because you are. And be willing when you're in times of trouble to lend a hand to somebody else. That's how we all get through everything. Not by living in fear. I'll see you soon.